This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. State restrictions apply.
Hey folks, this is Bud Foster. You're listening to SGPN. Let's let it ride. Go Hokies, man.
Long, Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
There are two men in the box right now, Sean. Do we have shirts for that?
Double header here.
Whoa, Jesus Christ. It's a family program.
Joining us to talk college basketball, Pick Dundee, aka the Dantabase.
Good night, Mike.
What's happening, Colby? Good to see you. We are streaming live on YouTube, which our channel is still allowed. Colby has been somewhat blackballed by the YouTube. We're still trying to get to the bottom of it. Figure out.
You know what I feel like right now? There was a moment. I guess it was probably 2014. We were doing World Cup coverage and we were dabbling with Facebook ads.
Oh yeah,
and we were getting experimental. Let's just say that. And bam. They slapped us with they put us on the boat that just floats around the sea and they tortured us. And like, it's like what PayPal did to me. They never let me know. They're like, you know what? You can't have your account, but you can't close your account. It's just going to be here forever. Just can't use it.
I mean, we have some theories on what it might have been. Might have been our. I like to think it was coming to the land down under and getting all those hot winners, Sean. But
the books called in a favor. They said, "Hey, this Dundee
shut this Dundee guy down because we've been on fire over there." But it feels good to be shut down. I went on a retreat to Arizona, guys.
Oh, there you go.
I got faith.
Wait,
I got faith in the youth again.
Wait, due to was this? Did you leave because of the?
Yeah, I needed to get out because YouTube was on the shit list, and so I went on a retreat up to I was up there in Flagstaff. There was a blizzard.
It always blows people's mind when you tell them that Arizona gets snow.
Oh yeah, a lot of snow, man. Probably like 4 or 5 feet. And what was
there's mountains in Arizona.
Mountains in Arizona. And what was great was this, man.
Not just
staying at the Marriott there, and right across from the Marriott's a park.
You hear him flexing over here?
Yeah,
Marriott. Yeah. Wow. Oh, those
Kramer, I didn't realize
breakfast.
I didn't realize we were taking care of Colby like that.
But right across the street is a park, and it was snowing. Brought my dog there to go to the bathroom a lot.
Some kids drilled you with a snowball.
Oh, they were playing football. I did a little 32 belly option split with those kids.
Oh, wow.
Had a great old time. I know this is a basketball pod, but glad to see football back. Still doing it. Football weather.
Were they playing tackle?
They were playing tackle, man. It was great. It was fantastic. I got out there. I was throwing them some passes.
Colby does have an underrated arm. I'll say that.
Oh, there you go.
If we're playing, football as a company, maybe Colby's.
Well, we are playing. We're going to
combo.
We're going to be that tomato can that the SEC schedules. I mean, New Mexico State. Come on, we can put together a roster. We got some Patty C.
Oh man.
I mean, I saw how Zeke played center. I Patty C is definitely a better center than Zeke, right? At the very least.
We have to.
Definitely,
all right, so
definitely.
now I totally forgot. We told ourselves we were going to bring back a badass flag football team to the fantasy football convention. We have to tout the fact that we're bringing Division I athletes, but it's Patty C.
If you can guess which one's the former Division I athlete, you get a free SGPN.
That's
gift
true.
card.
That is true. I mean, but I also did slip a little later on. Slip while walking the dog. Ate shit. I don't know that I could take the same. Just
so it wasn't perfect walking weather like that viral video where the texture is perfect.
It was some deep ice It was like the ice bowl on the streets of Flagstaff. Wifey took a fall a couple times.
Black ice.
You know,
It's one of those things where if you don't have experience walking around in snow and ice, you put your weight in the wrong part of your body. You're scared, so you're sitting back.
And God forbid you have a few Molsons.
It's quite the opposite. You the second your weight hits your heel, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Gotta have a low pace.
You want to stay on the you want to stay on the balls of your feet. You're athletic. You can do this.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not get too wide now.
Another thing that shocks me is when you leave LA, you go out and have like some dinners, maybe 6 or 7 Jaeger bombs, and
Jaeger bombs.
No, I don't do Jaeger. But I'm saying whiskey's on the rocks. Whiskey's on the rocks, and your tab's like $37. You're like, why am I living in Los Angeles?
I ask myself that every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sean hates LA.
I do.
It's a great.
You know what I don't hate? WynnBet. Bet big. Win bigger. Bet 100. Get $100. $100 bet. Pretty fun. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Spin that parlay wheel. Perfect time. Fire it up. Get that. Come on. Parlay wheel? Are you kidding me? You mean I get to bet a parlay and then I get to spin a giant prize wheel? It just doesn't get any better. Of course, tons of picks, props coming to you for the NFC, AFC Conference Championships. Big game right around the corner. You can get in on all the action. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. Offered subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older. And present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you or somebody who knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Let it play out, Sean.
There you go.
Do we go with free Colby or free Pick Dundee?
Free Dundee.
Free Dundee.
Let's get to the picks, Ryan. Come on.
All right. Beautiful Piscataway, New Jersey.
Well, and real quick, touting. Everyone is 50% or higher with their locks. Colby 63%. My dog percentage is horrible. I'm at like 8%, but 55% for my locks. Kramer coming in at a solid 50%. We're
single digits for the dog.
It's impressive. I don't know how I've whiffed so hard on the dogs.
Colby's dog record is quite impressive.
50%. So
the Discord also pretty impressive. 58% on the season. Motherfuckers. All right. Let's head back to Piscataway, New Jersey. Former home. If you've ever been there, I'm sure Colby, have you ever taken in a game
at the rack? No, I need to. We need to go out there.
Once upon a time, there was a place called the Grease Trucks where they just sold you the most delicious gross sandwiches of all time. It's since been copied by Turtle of Entourage. Fat Sal's, you may have heard of it.
Overrated in my opinion.
Well, that's because it's a copy. Yeah. And sequels are never as good as the first thing. Penn State. This is a good old fashioned New Jersey rivalry here. A lot of the Guidos leave the state. Penn State's the favorite out of state school to go to. It's close by. It's fairly easy to get into, and you can party your face off there. Penn State catching 6 at the rack. What do they call it now? The Jersey Mike Center?
Yeah, something stupid.
That's a weird. That's the Jersey.
That's the rack.
The JMC. Yeah. You can't Jamick. Rutgers laying 6. They've been a fun team this year. They're also the kind of team that will randomly go on a run during March Madness. Penn State also just going in the other direction.
I mean, well, Rutgers can win they can win the Big Ten. They're in second place right now. They already beat Purdue. That's the only time they're going to be playing Purdue, so they'll have the tiebreaker. They just need the Boilermakers to slip up a couple times.
Or are they the team that just they take care of business at home, and then come March they completely shit the bed because it's a high leverage spot away from home?
This team though, Steve Pike. I was mentioning this a lot on our pod before we got banned. Maybe this is what got us banned. Us talking positively about the Rutgers offense.
You can still download the podcast.
Yeah.
Just
Spotify,
not currently on YouTube.
Still
Apple
out there.
Podcast,
Spotify, yeah.
Google.
And Penn State's having a good season. I like taking Penn State as a.
Of course you do.
As a conference dog at 6 points?
They've lost 3 of their last 5.
You know what it is he's a Quiznos guy. They're playing this at Jersey Mike's Arena.
Oh well. First of all, you want to talk about it? I mean, Jersey Mike's They slice the meat there. At a minimum, it's hard to. I understand it's quote.
And Penn
changed,
State's 2-1 their last 3. Ryan, come
if
on.
you're slicing the meat in front of me, okay, that's not
No,
gross.
Jersey Mike's isn't
Subway, Quizno, gross. I don't care if there's a toaster there. It's gross.
No, I don't like that toast, man.
Listen,
Don't fucking put my sandwich in
Subway's
heat.
really
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
look. I know a lot of our audience is younger, so this is an important message. If you're going to the grocery store to buy your food, which maybe you've gotten to this age and you're exploring the grocery store, and you're not going to the deli counter like a man
It's been bothering you for weeks.
to get your
hasn't it?
roast beef sliced. The fuck are you doing? How long's that shit been in there sliced?
You can't trust the pre-sliced meat.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it's
got,
true.
and you go a couple times, and now it's a relationship.
Quiznos would do a cold cut toasted. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, and it's like cool. Your bread and the meat slides through a fucking toaster. It was still sliced 4 days ago. That's disgusting. I'm taking Rutgers here because we don't fucking slice our meat ahead of time.
Dude, you're crazy. Penn State is
We need
a solid
a
team.
fucking deli slicer in the office.
No, we don't.
Yeah, I mean that
We're as sharp as
I just
any
picture
deli
Patty
slicer.
C as Mickey Rourke in The
Oh,
Wrestler.
That's the last thing Patty sees. Patty C does not need access to a deli slicer. He'll be putting chow mein in there.
He'll ask us when the fryer is getting installed.
Oh man,
Penn State 3rd in the nation in the 3-point shot. 26 adjusted offensive efficiency.
Nice.
Top 100 defensive efficiency. The only thing they're not good at, as far as like stuff I look at betting wise, offensive rebounding. For whatever reason, they're really bad. But they shoot the ball well. They got a almost 4% edge at the line. You can't give this team 6 points. That's too much.
I think we got to circle what you just said. They're 359th in offensive rebounding, basically the worst team in the country, and
Is that bad?
236th
In the Big Ten too.
in rebounding in general. And what is the strength of Rutgers? Oh, it's a top 50 rebounding team. I'm on the Scarlet Knights.
Charmin soft versus.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
No, we're on the right. We're on the right side of history here. Miami, and by the way, Sean, the early nice benefit of just doing the show later. Yeah, I don't know. With the money, you're on the public side here. Apparently, this number has come down a little bit.
Still early, Ryan.
It is still early. The if you're betting night before college basketball, you are a DGen. And you're probably missing Colby's show. 4 p.m. here on the West Coast. That one was 3:30, by the way. Don't miss out. 30 minutes early, so don't forget to get your bets in. Florida, the private school pussies of South Beach. They're laying 4.5 here at Florida State. I mean, Florida State, lovable losers. This is kind of an interesting spot for them.
They've won 2 in a row. They just went to Pitt and won. All of a sudden, Florida State is.
Will it be lit for Florida State?
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't
can't
know about
imagine,
that.
right?
Florida State's a weird. The state of. I feel like years past, yes, but this year they've had a hard time. Getting that arena sold out. I feel like.
Yeah, it's because they suck.
But they've shown some signs of life, and you look at the standings right now in the ACC.
Just like football,
Dude, they're like, they could still win this thing. I mean. Yeah, they need Clemson to lose some, but I mean, I'd say they're very much alive right now. They're only 3 games out of first. So Miami's ahead of them. You win this one here, you start moving up the charts like the fucking Eagles.
I mean, Miami just lost to Duke. Which, by the way, I don't know if we've discussed it on the show, but when is Coach K coming? Any insider info on Coach K unretiring? Lost to my Hokies tonight.
He's gardening, man.
I mean. It's pretty hilarious. I mean, shout out to Coach K. Must have been a really fucking good coach, or he sabotaged picked the worst possible replacement just to make himself look
to
good.
Improve his legacy.
Yeah, I mean, we've done well on this show not betting on Florida State. And
yeah,
this is like
I'm trying to talk myself into a conference home dog, but I can't do it with Florida State. There's nothing here.
This is one of
Miami is just such a better team.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
You're taking Florida State.
I'll take it.
Miami's coming off a tight loss against Duke. They road trip up to Pittsburgh.
Miami's 3-3 on the road. That's not good. All right,
but they can just score. If this turns into a shootout, they win. Florida State sucks. We've been making good money fading Florida State on this program.
No, You're wrong.
You're gonna watch
Seminoles
this and be like,
bouncing back.
Miami
There's
team's
opportunity
scoring
here.
so easily. Yeah. Sorry, not this year. Sorry,
Shout out to Rob Donaldson in the chat and Ryan Paul saying free picks and life lessons being handed down here. You're welcome.
I mean, the sliced meat thing is pretty fucking. Like, come on, we're all adults here. You're listening to our program. You're making some money on the side, betting the anytime touchdowns. You can afford the fucking good London.
Treat
broil.
yourself to a nice, boar's head or bust. Come on.
Go get the London. The way to go when you order the roast beef, especially, is give me the rarest you got. They'll respect that. LSU heads to Arkansas. Fayetteville. Will it be lit? 7 p.m. local time.
Oh yeah.
Most likely. Laying 13 points here. I'm sure the crowd will also want to know how Will Wade still has a job. Although I guess that
no, he doesn't. He's
I
gone.
know.
Yeah.
You must feel somewhat vindicated. Have you contacted the Rose Bowl security team to let them know your beef is over and you're willing to come back to the Rose Bowl?
I'm not willing to come back to the Rose Bowl. Not for a while. They're all pussies. That wine and cheese crowd, right?
I would imagine the Arkansas fans will be much worse than Colby.
They're
in
fantastic.
terms of just being nuisances.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, the guy picked up at the baseball game. He picked up the fucking what was that? A rat?
It's a possum.
Possum? Yeah.
Something bigger than a rat.
Yeah, and and then he got a standing ovation. He chugged a beer. 8 hours later, he had to go to the hospitals.
SEC. SEC.
Ain't nothing wrong with doing catching some rabies after a long night of drinking.
Arkansas 13 points. I don't know. Does that feel like a lot? Arkansas obviously is better, but LSU's not horrible, right?
Oh man,
they haven't won this year.
They beat Arkansas though. But the first SEC game of the season.
Yeah, the last
New Year's Eve.
So there's even revenge.
There's the revenge angle, but man, if you look at some of these scores lately,
they're bad.
LSU's lost 5 straight. And by 21, 18, 40, 11, and 13.
Wow, they did lose by 40 to Alabama.
This is what happens.
I locked that up.
This is what
LSU?
Is on LSU side.
This is this is our transfer portal.
So maybe LSU
basketball.
is that bad. Give me Arkansas minus 13.
I think
I
more
was
than
looking
ever.
at more of the advanced stuff.
I think more than ever we're going to see quit. Right. We're
I'm
going to see more.
actually going to take the points.
Do you think we'll see more quit this year?
You're taking LSU in the points, Colby.
I got to keep doing this until they cover and get one of these games. Because I'm eating shit left and right. This is the one they cover.
So your handicap is it's like 7 reds in a row. And
Black is due.
Yeah, pretty much. But look, Arkansas, I don't think is as good as they've been in years past.
Well, they've also lost 4 of 5.
Yeah, I mean they do have some injuries.
5
Nick
of 7.
Smith's out. Brazil. But
this is impressive. LSU is 6-13 ATS. That's hard.
Yeah, it's Arkansas at home. Arkansas
wins by 10.
Yeah. No.
Give me LSU.
They win by 14.
We Tigers.
They win by 14.
No, I think this is the more I'm looking at this, the more I think it's just a chance for Arkansas to get some confidence.
They're about to go on a road
Woo,
trip.
Pig, let's go, Arkansas.
Yeah, hell yeah. We love a good pig. 4 p.m. on the West Coast, 7 p.m. in Champaign, Illinois. Ohio State, Illinois, the Illini laying 3.5. Colby.
Ooh, this one's a lot of fun here.
Big Ten's really turned into a shit show, in my personal opinion. Ohio State is similar to the teams we just talked about. Lost a lot of games recently.
I think the play here is the Illini. Ohio State just got the big win.
Yeah.
Illinois has kind of gotten better, but they just got their ass kicked by Indiana. And Indiana's a team that's really beat up. But I think losing by 15 at home, this is the spot to get back on the Illini here. Give me.
Yeah, this is the time you fade Ohio State. Huge win at home against Iowa. Now they go on the road at Illinois. Yeah, this is the time you ride them. I'm with you. Illinois minus 3.5.
Yeah,
it's a good situation.
Probably my favorite play that we've done so far. Yes, my favorite play.
You're not worried about. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get on an island here. Give me Ohio State.
There you go.
Really? I mean, they do have a good offense. I just think this is a good.
I've seen this
situation spot for Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois is gonna fuck this up at the free throw line.
They do have a pretty bad differential. They're 65.3% from the line. Ohio State 74.3. That's huge. But I'm still going Illinois. situation spot.
Big Ten equals shit show right now. Oklahoma. Oh, this will be a fun game. Oklahoma, TCU, 5 p.m. here on the West Coast, Fort Worth, Texas. I'm assuming be very lit. The private school kids know how to party. TCU minus 6.5.
Guys, I was covering this a couple weeks ago, and TCU went to the Fog of Kansas recently and won by like 30 and dominated the whole game. TCU is the best team in the country. I think they're the best team in the country. They have the best roster, the most experienced roster. I'm laying the points.
Oklahoma is also one of those teams horrible at offensive rebounding, 336 in the nation
They're
in
soft.
offensive rebounding percentage.
What's the deal with our guy?
The Big 12's fucking insane.
TCU also top 15 defense in adjusted efficiency.
Dude, Oklahoma would probably win the ACC or some shit.
Should Porter Moser have stayed at
Loyola
Chicago?
There's rumblings that Mike Bray's leaving Notre Dame. That maybe Notre Dame picks up the phone and calls old Porter.
Wow, get him back up into Catholic country there.
Oklahoma's still a good team, but give me TCU minus the points.
Oklahoma's a good team, but they're like the 8th best team in their conference.
Yeah,
that's probably slight exaggeration, but
TCU solid ATS to 11-7.
We're just laying chalk. Oh no, I wasn't that far off. Let's see. Ken Pom has Oklahoma as 8th best in their conference, only ahead of West Virginia and Texas Tech.
The whole conference is good though, dude.
Are we worried about a letdown spot for TCU? Noah B wants to know.
I mean that's a little concerning, but I just feel like watching them even pre the Kansas game.
They seem pretty down.
I think they're the best team.
Who wins the pace battle? TCU wants to pick it up. Oklahoma doesn't. That generally
TCU can play in a rock fight, man.
That's how you can steal them usually.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that Oklahoma does that's anyway. Come on, TCU lay points. Discord gets a pick.
TCU Discord on the board with Oklahoma plus 6.5.
That for whatever reason, I don't see TCU as a private school either, so it makes it a lot easier for me to pick them. And I do like teams that wear purple. Oklahoma State taking on Texas, another opportunity for Oklahoma State or any school from the Big 12 to kick Texas in the nuts on the way out. Texas laying 7.5 here, 6 p.m. on the West Coast.
These teams already played, and Texas won by 10 in Stillwater. They held Oklahoma State to just 46 points. I think that's the concerning thing here if you're going to take the Cowboys. But I like that second matchup. I like that second matchup.
I like Oklahoma State's defense too. 8th in adjusted efficiency. I think this is a revenge game. I think they're going to get up for it. Pretty good from the. I don't know. I think they have a chip on their shoulder coming into this game.
I also think this is one you might also want to wait because I think the line might go up. I think money might come in on Texas. But anyway, I'm on Oklahoma State in the points too. I think the fact that OK State has played them recently makes it harder. They're going to make adjustments to what happened in that first matchup. I know it's in Austin and Matthew McConaughey will be there. All right.
Minister of Culture.
Yeah.
What a fucking title to have a business card for. Minister.
It sounds like something, not to call out a specific country, but it sounds like something Russia would have to help brainwash you.
Ministers. Yes.
We
must have more ministers.
Ivan McConaughey. All right.
I mean,
the Ruskies.
I'm just imagine if you just instead of saying that you're the vice president of human resources, you're the minister of human resources. It's like, oh shit,
pretty badass.
What the fuck are you getting into over there? Yeah, this one opened 7. What did I say when we 7? Yeah, moved up to 7.5. So
I wouldn't be surprised this thing closed at like 9. Right?
Data I'm seeing 60% of the coin coming in on Texas so far. I'm with you, Sean. I'll take the defensive minded. I mean, come on. I think we just have to make a note to think long and hard about fading Texas every time we discuss them on the show.
Colby, you're taking Texas?
No, okay. I'm on the pokes.
We just gave the Discord Oklahoma and Texas. It's almost like we're planning this. Very diabolical.
Horns down.
Oh Jesus. Well, I will blur that out.
Hey, before we get to the rest of the picks, shout out to Underdog Fantasy. That's right. They have a ton of fun fantasy games going. They got the Battle Royale. It's like DFS meets Snake Draft. They got daily games for NBA, NHL. They have the their over under game. Again, if you can't get down on player props in your state, Underdog Fantasy available in tons of states. If you haven't signed up there already, you're missing out. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. 100% deposit bonus up to $100. UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Oh man, I will say I snuck into some of those battle royale, Sean.
How are they, right?
It's basically the same experience you have playing playoff best ball,
Okay.
but for a DFS lineup. It's actually in some ways more enjoyable than building the cost based ones. Kansas State heads to Iowa State. I like what Colby's doing here. A lot of Big 12 games. Iowa State laying 5.
Oh, this game's fantastic, right? Two of the best stories in college basketball.
Kansas State's been great. I mean, how can you fake Kansas State right now?
They're playing
in Ames.
Yeah.
Farmageddon. This is Farmageddon.
And I mean, personally, I give Iowa State like 15 points for home court here. No, I mean, yeah, isn't this just take the home team?
This is the top 2 teams in the Big 12. How great of a fucking story is that? Coming into the year, everyone's saying Kansas, Baylor, Texas. Now those teams could still end up on top, but I'm just saying right now it's pretty wild that both teams.
How many teams get in from the Big 12?
I mean, it's probably going to be 8 if I had to guess, maybe
like
7.
Oklahoma's in, West Virginia's out.
Dude, I think that honestly, you should put the whole fucking conference in. If you're trying to get the best teams, get the whole fucking conference.
Could they all get in?
They should have some sort of conference tournament where they all get to play each other.
So yeah, you don't think they would let in a team that goes 0-7 in their conference like Texas Tech has?
No, but I think but if you're a Texas Tech or West Virginia fan, you still have still have optimism for the season. You should because your schedule's so tough. If you get a couple wins, no, you don't even need to win the tournament.
You think
if you just get hot and win like 4 or 5 games?
You think there's an at-large potentially?
Yes. Still can.
I like that.
Keith in the YouTube chat is saying they may take our channel, but they can never take our freedom.
I mean, I like Colby being in jail. It's juicing the numbers on our feed.
There you go. You make a great case. Obviously, Ames is a tough place to go in and get a win, but this Kansas State team, they do not go quietly into the night. I like what I've seen out of this team. They're scrappy as hell. They hit their free throws, and you're giving them 5 points. I mean, they have almost 7% on, or no, it's almost a full 8% here against Iowa State at the free throw line. Love that. Love their offensive rebounding percentage. I think this is going to be a great game. So give me Kansas State +5.
All right. Again, Sean, with some of the early money, which has come,
fellow sharps
has come
if you're betting this early, you're not Joe Q Public.
Some steam coming in on Kansas State. Sean's in on the know. He's a guy who he deals in information.
Give me Cyclones all day here.
Yeah,
man.
no,
they're undefeated at home. They're coming off a loss. First place is in sight.
Nah, come on, we watch college basketball. I understand.
You're crazy.
No, this is like if the lit scale was at a 10, it's going to be a 14. It's a later start. And what else are you doing in Iowa? Georgia Tech, Clemson. I guess Colby just put a token, a second ACC matchup for some reason.
Who's in first place in your beloved Atlantic Coast Conference?
Clemson. It's disgusting.
They're a basketball school now.
For a long time, I thought Clemson was a private school and I treated them appropriately. And much like TCU, I can't undo the past. So I still see them as a private school. But then there's Georgia Tech, who's the obviously bad Tech. 11 points though. That's a big
lot of red on their sheet.
But Pastor's not wearing the face shield. All right, he won't be working the circular saw.
He's auto fade. He's kind of like he's like the nerdy little brother of the Clemson coach. What's his name, Colby?
Brad Brownell.
Yeah. they're just like they're absolute squares. Absolute squares. Like there's 0% chance they're asking their wife to do anything crazy. You see,
that is a disgusting act. People have to know when to come.
I'm all.
Maybe partners.
How do you take Georgia Tech?
Missionary, missionary, honey.
Drawing up the missionary.
I don't want you to hurt your hips, honey.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's a big. I mean, I know Clemson's undefeated at home, but damn, I mean, who are they to lay that many points?
It's a big number.
Give me the Ramblin' Wreck.
It's a big number. Although, they would have in their 5-game losing streak, they would have not covered this number against every team.
Yeah, Georgia
Except
Tech
for
is
one.
horrifically bad. They're giving up 10 percentage points on the line.
What happened is they hired Josh Pastner.
But they were. So you're saying like he's just been taking the ship down. Like he's literally sitting on it.
I will say, like, it's unfortunate. You know, they made the tournament a couple years ago, and what Moses Wright, their best player, couldn't play because of contact tracing. He didn't even fucking have COVID.
That's right. That turned out to be some horse shit.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't believe he's a great coach. So I think Georgia Tech should consider going elsewhere.
Fade him. Give me Clemson.
No, I think it's too many points. You take Georgia Tech.
I'm all on Clemson.
Come on. I'm just nothing but gut here, and these two fucking nerds not watching this game. 6 p.m. Des Moines, Iowa.
There's something else going on in Iowa. You said that, what else is going on in Ames, Iowa? We got a fucking barn burner in the MVC, buddy.
Sean, we got a Division II matchup between Indiana State and Drake.
Oh, Colby.
Indiana State's played for a national championship in the last 50 years, buddy. All right.
In Division II.
No, Larry Bird. Larry Joe Bird. All right.
Drake is laying 6. Colby.
You know Larry Bird. He did a little
Sean,
missionary, but he's a guy who eats some ass.
Oh wow!
You know,
Larry Bird was mowing his lawn.
That is a disgusting.
You know what I mean?
He put in his own his mom's driveway. You know, remember how he got his back injury?
That's how he got it.
That's what I'm saying.
That and eating ass.
I think that was a cover story. I think he was eating ass and Terry Holt. All right.
Completely blew out his back.
Oh, please let that come out in the documentary, the untold stories of Larry Bird. You know, we were on a boat. Yeah, I mean, again still no explanation as to why we're talking about Indiana State and Drake. We're at the Knapp Center. Second game in Iowa. We're breaking a lot of the rules here.
I mean, Indiana can't get an offensive rebound to save their life. What am I looking at here? They're free throws.
Well, the spirit of Larry Bird. I
mean, Drake's a quality program compared to Indiana State. Like,
I think the big thing is Drake at home. They're 9-1 on the season at the knapsack.
That's a KN. It's one of those silent Ks.
But they played back in November. And Indiana State won by 2, so it's a revenge spot. I'm with you. I'll lay the points with Drake.
Wait a second. Indiana State has a guy named Cavassier.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Oh well, I'm in that kind of mood. Give me Indiana State. Love Larry Bird. I once, when I was a younger gentleman, we were trying to be, the tough white kids drinking some Cavassier. Tasted like shit, but felt cool. Taking the points with Cavassier. Kentucky. Vanderbilt, SEC. Kentucky laying 4.5. System play.
I'm actually seeing this line jumped already. I
really?
wrote this a couple hours ago.
Let's make sure we're dealing in the latest number.
Well, no, I mean I adjusted most of these, but
so it's Kentucky minus 4.5.
Oh, right? Aren't you seeing 5.5?
I'm trying to get an update, and you're telling me it's not updated.
What are you getting at?
I'm seeing 5.5.
This line stinks. This is the Courtney Love game.
Kentucky minus 5.5 on the lifted court of Vanderbilt. What's the rule? What's the rule?
Don't ever attend a game here.
Fuck. Out of principle, we have to keep betting against them.
Yeah,
this court is horrible. This is the turf field of basketball courts.
No, this is the dome.
It's the dome. No,
yeah.
This is the turf field of basketball courts. Why you need it to be why is gymnastics your number one sport that your court's got to be eligible?
When they're getting the SEC money too,
and Vanderbilt doesn't get a home edge from it. They're 3-8 ATS at home.
No, that's the system. You fade the elevated court.
Yeah.
This line reeks, but I'm taking Kentucky. But
what reeks about it?
This should be a fucking 9.5 point spread, right?
Well, that's why it's gone from 4 to 5.5. and probably
the couple times I've been on Vanderbilt, I immediately regret it when you watch the game
because you see that court and you're like,
that
these
court
guys,
is the worst.
What are they like? Who accepts a scholarship to play?
Well, look, we went down to see Texas A&M's facilities. Remember them explaining us? We were guests of A&M. They were explaining to us what happened when the SEC network and ESPN
just
threw
cash.
a ton of money in, and Vanderbilt still doesn't adjust their fucking basketball.
That's because
court.
they're putting it into like some orchestra sound stage.
you gotta get a nice tuba.
Noah pointing out that the barn is also elevated.
That's true, but the barn is actually a lot cooler.
The barn, why is it cooler though?
It's the fans are closer.
Is that what it is? Because that's what it is. The space between the elevated court. It makes me think I'm watching a floor routine in the Olympics. North Carolina, another ACC game. I mean, this is only for Sean, right? North Carolina taking on Syracuse. North Carolina laying 4.
Coming up to the Carrier Dome.
And there's weather. We got weather. The Carrier Dome.
Well, we got weather. Don't let Boeheim behind the wheel.
The Carrier Dome will be electric.
This is a huge game. Both teams in the mix to win the ACC. This is
who isn't in the mix to win the ACC.
Well, that's true, but Syracuse and Carolina are tied for what, third place, and they're both 6-3 in conference. Carolina's been terrible on the road this year.
Carolina's been. I don't think. I mean, they've been pretty.
They're 1-4 on the road.
Their lows.
1-4 ATS as well.
But at the same time, they're starting to get hot. They've won 3 in a row. Syracuse, I don't know how they're 13-7, but they are.
Great coaching.
Give me North Carolina all fucking day.
I mean, Jim Boeheim is the old guy, not changing. He's just like, fuck it. You want to come play ball my way? You come to Syracuse. If not, you can fuck off.
UNC should just not be a road favorite. That makes no sense.
They're UNC, man. They return everybody from a season ago for the most part.
What's the injury status?
UNC can't hit a 3 to save their life.
Baycott's back.
286th in the nation. Come on.
Who gets fired? Who fires their coach first? Duke, Syracuse, or North Carolina? Or like who has a new coach first? Duke, Syracuse, or North Carolina?
Syracuse.
You think so?
Yeah.
You don't think they're going to pull the plug on the Shire? I mean, Hubert Davis too. He's not a winning coach.
He just played for the national championship.
Yeah, he played.
I mean, as a coach, I'm saying they went to the national championship last year.
They got hot. All right, you talk all the time.
I'd say it gives them a few years though.
You talk all the time about how you.
I don't think Carolina fans are disgusted with losing the national championship last year.
Man, it's because they beat Duke. They ended Coach.
And the way
they beat him twice.
Yeah, he's got like a lifetime pass after the way they beat fucking Coach.
They're ready to build him a statue. Yeah. It's like Nick Foles' situation. He can flame out and they'd still be you're a legend. Kramer, what are you doing in this game?
I mean, I don't know. Again, my theme today has been lay a lot of points, but I don't know how you can't.
Fun theme.
I don't know how you're gonna not take Syracuse here
as a home dog.
Well, yeah, I mean, just in general, North Carolina is not a team I've been enjoying. I don't think I've picked North Carolina this year. I don't think I have. So. Colby, you're sticking with North Carolina.
It's actually probably my favorite play on the board.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're hot right now, man. They're fucking hot.
You think they're gonna travel?
I do. I think Syracuse has been fool's gold all year. They beat Louisville by 1.
No.
I think it's a bad matchup, buddy.
I've seen this story before. Wyoming heads to UNLV. Oh man,
that's why everyone's tuning in.
I was watching a Josh Allen story, and he was talking about a linebacker on the Bengals who they called like the mayor of Wyoming, and it was just funny to me because the whole time I'm thinking like, nah, Josh Allen doesn't know that mayors are for cities, not for states. Wyoming heads to Vegas. UNLV -7.5 here. I do enjoy overhearing people in Las Vegas talking about their rebels. Because it's a very East Coast sports relationship. When they fucking suck, they fucking suck, and it seems like people enjoy betting against them. Like there's no allegiance in that way out there.
Yeah.
Are we fading them here?
No, I think it's a get right spot.
Wyoming's defense is horrible.
Wyoming's been beat up. Yes, Maldonado's back, but they have a ton of guys injured. Both are 1-6 to start Mountain West play. I mean, UNLV was a team. I think everyone was saying, "Oh, they're going to make the NCAA tournament," and then conference play started, and they've just been.
We've been out in Vegas.
Wyoming
fucking suck.
Wyoming hasn't covered the spread on the road. 0-3 ATS on the road, and you just look at their defense. It's just, I mean, 230, 230, 240. Like they're just not a good defense. I'm with Colby. I think this is a get right spot for UNLV's offense.
Also, Wyoming just won a game.
Yeah, and UNLV's coming off that loss in Fresno, which was the last leg of my parlay.
Perfect situation.
Sandbagging sons of bitches. But yeah, running Rebs, man. Prostitution is legal in Vegas, guys. You telling me this?
Not really. You got to go outside Vegas.
Yeah, it's a different county, right?
Yeah, but look, Wyoming's coming into Vegas. They're not staying. Where do you think Wyoming's staying in Vegas?
You think?
Well, the Hooters casino's closed.
I feel
Otherwise,
like
they'd definitely be there.
I did stand up there once.
There's
That's probably why it fucking closed.
I think it's gone now. Yeah,
shut it down.
I think there's probably whoring in Wyoming, right?
Yeah,
it's pursuit of Wild West.
That's what the farm
Standard,
animals
right?
are for. The sheep can keep a secret, right?
I mean, it's warm.
That is a disgusting act.
Feels the same.
Just trying to stay warm.
They got to go UNLV.
They do. I mean, they do have a random amount of like animal injuries, like getting kicked by animals. I mean, they don't document that it was because they were fornicating, but yeah, no, I'm laying the points as well. Although
enjoy Wyoming plus 7.5.
The guy I was in line with really told me that you should never bet on this UNLV team, especially when they're laying points. But I'm gonna lay the points. You guys made compelling arguments, and Wyoming's fucking shitty. Again, a lot of chalk tonight.
Time for the Lock Dog bonus lock in round robin. Kramer, kick things off with your lock dog and bonus lock.
Oh well, we're gonna lock up Rutgers because Penn State's soft. Right? You like that? Colby liked that one.
Is that a? Were you coming at Sean there? Were you coming at Sandusky? Were you coming at what?
Oh well, I'm not pro whatever Sandusky did.
You're not pro Quiznos either.
No, well Colby. Colby strikes me as a guy who's not always getting his meat sliced in front of him.
Honey, just get the Oscar Mayer in the tub.
You son
it's
of a
pre-sliced. We don't have to get a ticket and wait.
You son of a bitch. All right, dog. Give me. Not a lot of dogs to choose from here.
Dang, chalk over there, huh?
Old Chalky McChalkerson. Wait, I didn't take Florida State. Took Miami. Give me Oklahoma State for the dog over Texas. That'll be a nice juicy money line. And for my second lock, give me TCU laying the 6.5.
Don't mind that. Let's see. What am I going to do? I'm going to go Kentucky.
Kind of annoying. We won't be in Vegas to randomly bet on college basketball midweek.
Kentucky minus 5.5. Syracuse on the money line.
That was shocker.
And last but not least,
you see how I didn't take Syracuse as my dog?
Give me Illinois minus 3.5 at home. That's a good spot for them. Colby, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I'll join you. Give me Illinois as my lock minus 3.5.
Oh, stealing my
The
lock.
dog is Florida State. It's a rivalry game. Throw out the record books when you got a little rivalry action going on.
What? Do you have a record book?
Do I?
Yeah. I've never seen a record.
I got shattered records, man. All right, Tecmo Super Bowl got to the championship.
Most community strike guidelines on YouTube. You destroyed the record.
That's true. Bring it on, baby.
Hey, relax. We're not trying to get canceled.
Yeah, come on.
Jesus.
We might get canceled just for having you on.
That's true, man. You got to watch out.
We're aiding and abetting.
There's a stink around it.
They're gonna
final lock. North Carolina -4. Get this Syracuse shit out of here.
Bad lock.
Playing that filthy fucking Carrier Dome. Haven't watched shit.
Colby
football
hates.
since
Colby
they
hates
got
dome.
the Carrier Dome.
Hates dome basketball. All right, hey, time for the round robin.
Oh. Wow.
You like that, Colby?
Wow.
Colby,
like this.
Colby
man.
does
Audio
like this.
production.
If you could only hear the stuff that Colby likes, Colby definitely like that.
Oh, dude.
Money line
throwback.
round
It's old.
robin. What are we putting in here?
Well, we're putting Oklahoma State.
And you guys, I'm saying you guys should change your picks to Florida State.
We didn't agree to a lot of stuff here.
Oklahoma State and
We don't have to go all dogs. I mean, we can.
we go off the board. You guys want to go off the board?
No, we don't need to go off the board. If we want to, I mean, UNLV, Oklahoma State, and Kentucky. I mean, why don't we just say fuck the Discord and round robin our agreed upon picks?
So Kentucky,
Yes.
UNLV, and
Yes.
Oklahoma State.
And we can throw TCU in there if we really want to have some.
No, the 3-team
Too many
round robin.
permutations.
Yeah. And are we going to Oklahoma State? Why don't we just go Oklahoma State in the points?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. That's the round robin. Get 2 out of 3. You're looking good. Oklahoma State plus 7.5. UNLV minus 7.5. Kentucky minus 5.5.
Feel free to add an ECU minus 4.5. Greenville, Tulsa. It's a far trip.
Also, feel free to leave it off. You don't need a bet on East Carolina.
Wow.
Michael, may the Schwartz be with you. Is gonna get a dub here. I'm telling you.
That felt personal.
Well, he's confused. He's confused right now. He thinks he's going to the Super Bowl. The Niners are a true rushing team. You know what I mean? They're gonna
What are you
run
talking
right
about?
down
The Eagles.
you
You want to talk about running it down someone's throat? Look at the road graders that the Eagles trotted out an offensive line.
The biggest win this weekend in Philly wasn't actually the Eagles. It was Temple.
No.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the lacrosse team that
They lost
across the street that sold out.
No,
yeah, but they won by selling a bunch of tickets.
They lost their game though.
Temple had a huge win over.
That's what I'm saying. Number 1 team in the nation.
Let's get it going.
Well, congratulations for Philly.
Hey, toss us a nice rating review over on Apple Podcasts. Always going to be randomly pulling some reviews to win some sweet SGPN gift cards. Check out the store. We got some new items. New old school football shirts look pretty sweet.
Oh, those are fire.
Got the camo hats
Those are
as
fire.
well.
It's always enjoyable when Colby likes something that's in the store.
Those are absolute fire. Get yourself over there. I read a study that your chances of getting ass go up 96% if you wear one of those shirts.
And
Mini helmets are in there as well.
Now those aren't 96%, but they're fun.
Shout out to Nagels.
3%.
I saw the mini helmet on his wall. So we've
Hung it up on
made
his
it.
wall.
We've made it.
We made it, Ryan.
Thank you
Fucking
for
made it.
participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Great episode, and hope things go well this week, Sean.
Kramer. Let it ride.